Hey you guys, my name is Klaus and welcome back to the Basics of War series that we got going, and this is episode number 3. To recap, on episode 1 and 2 we talked about the lure and kill of the enemy clan castle. So, what's next? I mean, what do you do next in a good war attack? Well, you lure and kill the clan castle, and then you need to start attacking. You need to develop your attacking, and that has a lot to do with making your troops go where you want them to go. And almost always, that is to go into the core of the base. So we're going to be using some funneling techniques today. I've got this FC, this friendly challenge from Stark, so shout out to him for the help. We're going to attack it with a mass dragon. I've got no heroes. I've got no clan castle. I don't expect to 3-star the base. But I think that the first thing we need to talk about is the funnel. So you got to understand what troop you're using. We're going to talk about dragons, we're going to talk about Valkyries today, and we'll move on to more intricate troops like the hogs and such in a future video. But for now, guys, dragons, they always attack the closest building. So if you want your troops, so it's going to count down, don't worry about it. If you want your troops to go into the middle, that means you have to give them no choice but to go in the middle. So I think based on this base, we're going to send in our troops into the core from the top and the right-hand side. So let's take out this top building, and then we'll let this dragon do some work, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. So the dragon's going to take out this elixir collector at the north. He should step up and get the other elixir collector. By the way, for dragons, you can tell where they are in the base because remember, they're flying. The perspective's a little bit different. You have to look not at the dragon, but at the shadow. So whatever building the dragon is closest to, based on its shadow, that's the building it's going to target. So notice that he's doing exactly what we want him to do. He's clearing out outside buildings, and that is essentially funneling. You're going to clear out outside buildings in order to force your troops to go into the core, because they're not going to have a target to target. They're not going to have a building to go after on the outside. You want them to go into the middle. So the next step for the funnel is the right-hand side. So look at that. We've already cleared out this corner. If I was to, well, let's keep going. So we're going to take out this elixir collector, and to speed stuff up, I'm going to drop another one on that dark elixir, dark spell factory there. And we're going to take out all these corner buildings as well. Once these dragons are destroyed, you guys will see exactly what I mean. So the outside corner, this corner's been cleared out, and this corner's been cleared out. So let's go ahead and drop all of our let's hold a few dragons. Holding troops is almost always a good plan, guys. We're going to drop a lot of our dragons right there on the middle building, on that gold storage. And now you'll notice that they are kind of going into the core. They're going where we want them to. Our funnel wasn't great though, because look, the big majority of our dragons are kind of going away from the core. And unfortunately, you know, we're not actually trying to 3-star, so our dragons are going to peter out. But notice that the dragon went up toward the outside again. They got busy. They got distracted on other things. Now, this is actually the wisdom behind holding troops, is if you drop them later on, there's no distractor buildings, and these dragons should go straight at that wizard tower. Let me bolt quake this air defense just for fun. Get rid of that air defense, and it should actually allow us to get all the way into the core and take out that clan castle, which is not exactly what we needed, but we need that 50%. So let's we got the 50%. So let me close out. Let me show you what happens when you don't funnel. Let's see that again. Let's see that. Oh, Pinball Wizard. All right, let's attack Pinball. I think he's a 10-8 as well. I'm not going to do any funneling, okay? And I'm going to just send in all of my dragons in one place. Let's send them in right here at this laboratory. All right. So this is an attack without funneling. Without funneling, the dragons will go, as I said, toward the closest building. And that means that they will almost always go toward the outside. Now, fortunately for us, they all are bunched up kind of on the outside, kind of going in. Not doing too bad, actually. They're not doing too shabby, but get this. So as they go, they're getting spread out, and they're going to find more distracted buildings on the outside. And that is what you want to avoid. So we're not doing too shabby. Look at this one, got distracted on an outside building there. These are all going into the core. That's not too shabby, like I keep saying. The sweeper is going to force us in, so that's okay. We're going to get these dragons. They're going to get stuck in the core. They're going to step up to the left. Look at this, guys. None of them are going to go toward the town hall. So even though they kind of sniggled their way toward the core, we're not going to see even a 2-star, because even though we're kind of trying to. Let's see. The king's going to lure and distract, and everything is kind of going off. We got all these outside buildings that are distractors as well. So obviously, throwing in your dragons and just leaving them there is not going to work. So let's do it. Let's have another example where we're going to actually funnel. So let's go in from the north and the east again. So let's do a more complete funnel. I'm going to take out that barracks and then those gold collectors or gold mines. And then let's put 2 on these gold mines over here. And what that's going to do, like I said, that's going to funnel out the corners. So you want to shave off those corners and force your troops into the core. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and bolt quake this air defense just so that we can see these dragons do their work without too much distraction. So let's drop some dragons there. And I like trickling dragons in just in case a building does get left behind and could be a problem in the future. So let's drop another dragon here for that air defense and those Teslas. We've also got another building, that laboratory we're going to take out. And we dropped that dragon on that laboratory because here in a minute there was a chance that those dragons that are in the core, taking out those core buildings. Oh, we forgot to get the air defense. My bad. So the dragons that were in the core getting the town hall and all that could have easily gotten pulled out of the base and gotten a heck of a lot less effective in the attack. Now, mind you, I have level 7. I got town hall 7 dragons, so we were not gonna 3-star this base. But the idea is that we get most of our troops to go into the core. And let's send in, this is also the wisdom of dropping your troops late. Let's send in troops right at that wizard tower just for the fun of it. And we'll rage and just have a little fun with this. So the dragon comes in, takes out that wizard tower in probably 1 shot, 2 shots. Okay. This, like I said, town hall 7 dragons. And we did grab that 2-star. So that was pretty effective. That's pretty nice. Let's cut out of here. I'm going to find another town hall 8 FC. And there's Stark again. Maybe it's probably the same base. Oh, it's a different base. Ooh, he's mixing it up on us. All right. So let's aim for the core. Let's aim for getting that clan castle. Okay. So I'm going to look at the sweeper. All right. It's pointing up into the left. So we want to come at this base from the blind side. So I'm going to go ahead and start funneling out the corners of this base. I'm going to take out the army camp on the western or the eastern side. I'm going to take out the army camp on the southern side. There's also a lot of HP down there at the gold and elixir storage. So we're going to go ahead and take that out as well. This dragon is working on that gold storage. We can go ahead and start working on the gold mine and the army camp there. And looks like things are going fairly well. Let me, I'm going to bolt quake that there. So there's a reason for this, and I'll explain that in a moment. I believe I'll be able to rage my dragons and get that air defense on the bottom side. So I'm going to go ahead and get the one that's further away. So I've got 6 dragons still remaining. I'm going to help out with that builder's hut because you never know what's going to distract. And then I'm going to lay down a decent layer of dragons there. I'm also going to take out that corner archer tower there. And look at that. So the town hall drops. All the dragons are kind of coming in together. We got a clan castle archer. Very nice. Very nicely done, buddy. And then I'm going to rage. So watch this. You got all these dragons that are rage. They're going to go straight at this air defense and the other buildings. And that is going to do it, guys. So unfortunately, we didn't funnel out this far corner good enough. I wasn't paying attention to the eastern corner. But we did get a dragon going into the core. Hopefully taking out that clan castle. We got 2 more dragons there. Unfortunately, working on the king. These dragons are going to get that arch tower and the gold storage and step up get the clan castle. Remember, I told you I want to get the clan castle first. So there's that gold storage, and I think one of these dragons should step up, actually, and take out this clan castle. Very nicely done. Of course, we only get 1 shot off. We didn't quite get it, guys. Like I said a million times, working with a disadvantage of town hall 7 dragons. But you guys could see, we got a decent amount of troops into the core, and that's why I recommend funneling. And that was just using dragons. And the reason why I was using dragons in the first place was because I wanted to give an example that did not consider the walls. Now, I'm going to cut over to the war. And we're going to watch some replays where a funnel was created to force Valkyries and other troops into the core as well. And Actually, Yatish wants me to attack him. Let's attack him one more time. I'm going to get into the core now. I'm going to make sure we get into the core. So we got both corners, bottom right and or bottom and left. And I'm coming at this base from the blind side of the sweeper there. I'm going to use an earthquake spell and hopefully grab both of those air defenses. And then I will bolt quake. Let's do the one on the north there. And then let's send in our dragons. Make sure there is no distractor corner buildings. We got a decent group of dragons in the core. And I'm gonna hold on to one of these dragons. Let me rage. All right, so we got a rage going down now. And I've got one dragon left remaining in case I need to make sure we don't get distracted on an outside building or something of that nature. The dragon's kind of doing some work. Look at all those troops going into the core. That is gorgeous. All right, I've dropped the dragon. They're going after the king. Unfortunately, the king has this uncanny ability of distracting dragons and pulling them away from their of where they need to go, their objective. But look at this. We got 3 dragons all the way into the core at the clan castle, and that's what we were aiming for. So very, very nice. And we actually have a lot of dragons still alive. Now, if I had one left, I would drop it on this dark barracks over here, just because it could lure a dragon out on some wayward direction where it's just wasting time. So I would I'd drop my king over there, or I'd drop dragons over there, and then look at this. So the dragon got destroyed. All right, well, that's still the 2-star, right, on a Town Hall 8 war base with Town Hall 7 level dragons without a clan castle. So very, very nice. The funneling was good. Now let's go over to the war and find an attack where the funnel was used for Valkyries. So let's see, where is let's just watch one from Mark. All right, let's watch one from Mark here. So he is coming at this base with a golem and some hogs. So you're gonna notice a funnel to get the king and the queen into the core. So the first thing they use is the golem to distract. Of course, he might. There we go. Okay, so there is the golem, and this is to distract defenses and also lure the clan castle. You got a double poison. Those max or semi-max, I can't tell. Those really powerful wizards are going to get destroyed in that poison spell. And there we go. The wizards are done. Now we've got our wizards. Now notice he's funneling out buildings on the outside of either side. He's funneling in, essentially. He's starting on the outside and working his way in with his wizards. He's clear up the outside. So look at this, guys. The only building in this vicinity that's not inside a wall, the only building outside of the wall is this gold mine. Right? So if that wizard doesn't kill that gold mine, let's see if he does. Come on, buddy. All right, so the wizard killed the gold mine. There are no holes in the walls yet. There could be, but he's dropped his king and his queen. The only direction the king or the queen has to go is into the wall, because the king and the queen, their vision is very limited unless everything around them is destroyed. So the king and the queen, the wall's already been broken. Very nicely done. All right, so the king is going into the base now. And the bowlers. And the bowlers are the worst for funneling, guys. They're difficult. But if you can take out all those outside buildings, look at that. King and the queen, the bowlers, everybody is in the middle. And, well, the queens kind of walk outside, but that's okay. So the bowlers are inside, and he's going to wreck this base. So very nicely funneled, Mark. Very nicely done with his go hobo attack. And let's go find another example. I would like to find Valkyries, but it's all good if we use heroes, right? So let's look at Shaker. Let's look at Shaker. He's hitting number 21, and he too is using Go Hobo. All right, and he's going to be using his king and his queen. Oh, he has no golem. All right, well, we really need something with funneling. You don't really have to funnel with mass Valkyrie or mass hog anyway. So Mighty Clasher. Okay, so he's using Go Valo with a couple of hogs, and he's using a giant to distract. He's luring the clan castle with his hog. So very nice. All the wizards coming out. Mass wizards in the clan castle, guy. Interesting stuff. Anyway, so the wizards are coming out. He's also lured a skeleton trap, so that's nice. We'll fast forward past that clan castle kill. And look at this, guys. All right, so his golem has been dropped. His king and his queen have been dropped. He has got a wizard working on that gold storage at the south. He's got another golem down here. He's got a natural funnel. Notice this. There is really no buildings on the outside of this compartment. There is a builder set way up here and an army camp, which are awesome anchors if you want to make sure you're funneling correctly. Make sure and take out that army camp, go on the inside of it. Very nice. And then he's got another golem down here. He will have some wizards clearing up down here as well. And then he will likely send in his Valkyries at this X-bow, which is in the middle of his funnel between his golems. So golems are in, wizards are doing some work, and this is actually really difficult to funnel because of all the buildings out there. But look at this, guys. Most of his Valkyries are going in. Notice these got distracted, guys. You got 3 Valkyries in the attack that got distracted in outside buildings because Mighty Clasher was not patient enough to wait just a few more minutes for those wizards to do their work. But he did get, look at that big group of Valkyries going into the core because of funneling, guys. Funneling. Almost, it's one of the biggest mistakes that I ever see in attacks. Look at this. He was able to funnel with his jump spell. He's able to funnel his Valkyries all the way into the core and ignore everything. That's pretty nice stuff. And his Valkyries will wreck and destroy all of the air defenses there. And his balloons will be able to just walk up or float up and destroy everything. So guys, that is the essentials of funneling. You drop your golem. You use the golem to soak up the damage from the defenses. You drop your wizards outside of the golem, outside in, and that way all of the distracted buildings, all the buildings that are gonna pull Valkyries or kings or dragons or whatever are in the middle, and then all they have no choice but to go into the base through the walls. That is funneling in a nutshell, guys. If you need more information on that, I can do a more specific video where I am not using dragons for the basics of funneling, but I'm using golems and Valkyries and such to talk you through it. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see, a funneling part 2, but essentially that does cover the basics. So guys, we're going to wrap this video up with this 3-star from Mighty Clasher. Thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Like this video if you liked it and if you learned something. And as always, subscribe if you have not joined the Klaus family. And I will see you guys again next time once we grab that 3-star. But we'll see you guys next time. We'll be talking either about funneling with Valkyries and stuff, or we'll be moving into hog pathing and how to 3-star any Town Hall 8 base with hogs. That's it for me, guys. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all again next time.